So I don't know how up you guys are on the whole cannabis scene, but recently there was a cannabis business con. And at the cannabis business con, or the marijuana business con, or the weed business con, or whatever they called it, it was a pretty disappointing event that they had everyone go up to. I'm sure you've seen the talk about it on Twitter. I'm a little bit late to talk about it, but I don't want to specifically talk about the event because I can't really talk about the event because I wasn't really there. All I'm seeing are images and videos and seeing statements that other cannabis content creators are making on the cannabis business convention, and all of that stuff is disappointing. But there was one thing specifically that happened at the marijuana business convention that I do want to talk about. And if you guys have seen Pigeons 420's video on this, you will not be shocked by the news I'm about to tell you, but if you haven't, I will leave a link down in the description below to the video I'm going to be referencing, where he ran into Jack Hare's son, and was given some pretty disappointing news at that point. But if you want to, go check out that video and then come back to this one. But if you just want to hear the news directly from me and then go see the video, that's perfectly fine with me too. So let's get into it. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is the fact that a whole lot of cannabis genetics that you get today are completely just certifiable replicas of what they claim to be. Your big ones like your Blue Dreams, your G13s, your Jack Hare, which we'll talk about a little bit more in depth here in a minute, your Lemon Kushes, all the big ones. All the super popular strains that you remember back in the 90s. Northern Lights is another big one. Mostly replicas. And a question I have about this is, do you guys think it matters? Do you guys think it matters that these breeds of cannabis have been replicated and just remade and mass produced and then sent out? Or do you not mind? I want to hear your opinions down in the comments section. I'm going to talk about Jack Hare's situation specifically, and then I will tell you guys my opinion. So, very quickly, what happened was Pigeons 420 had the honor of meeting Jack Hare's son. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I don't want to say it's not that important, but it's not super specifically important for the story. But the information Jack Hare's son mentioned was that the only people who have Jack Hare's real genetics for that strain are people that have been certified and then handed off the genetics. Only certifiable growers and only certified dealers have this actual Jack Hare genetic. Could be any of the phenos that they have. I don't know how stable their genetics are, but only a select few people actually have the genetics, which means if you as a grower went onto a seed bank and you ordered something called Jack Hare, you're not getting actual certified real Jack Hare. You're getting some kind of replica that might be close to the same thing. It might be exactly the same thing, but without Jack Hare's name on it. Or it might be something completely different and they just slap Jack Hare on it because they can, and there's no real licensing or any real formalities to go through legally. You can just breed a cannabis plant or get a bunch of seeds and just name them something. So that's the situation they're in for specifically Jack Hare. That's the only strain I have that much information on. But for me personally, if I got a Jack Hare strain and I grew it, whether it was a replica or not, as long as I enjoyed the weed, personally, I don't care. The only reason I want a name to my strain is just so I know what to write on the label and what to write on the jar. And if I go back and order more seeds, I want to know what they call it, what that breeder calls it on that specific website if I want to order the same thing again. So let me know down in the comments section, what plants have you grown that are probably replicas, and do you care or not if you get replica plants? Because personally, it does not matter to me. It all has THC in it, and it's all amazing in my opinion. So Let me know down in the comments section if you like this video. Leave a like. I will definitely be getting more videos out like this one as I start to learn more and more about what genetics are real and what aren't. But I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much.